There are some historic accounts that are difficult to validate. Sometimes a story becomes retold so many times that it ultimately turns into a legend, and certain flails are added to make these stories even more interesting. The story of Liver-Eating Johnson, an American mountain man who lived in the 19th century and instilled fear in the minds of his enemies, is a great example. A man named John Jeremiah Garrison Johnston was born in 1824 in Little York, New Jersey. 22 years later, the Mexican-American War broke out, and Johnston left to enlist in the Navy to defend his country. However, he was a hot-blooded fellow, and that sort of attitude did not work well with the military. Soon after joining the Navy, he had an argument with a superior officer, which ended in altercation. After that, he deserted the army and decided to change his name to John Johnson and move far away from his hometown to start a new life. He moved to Montana and became a skilled hunter and a mountain man. There he also met his wife, a member of the Flathead Indian tribe, and the two settled together in a cabin Johnson had built. The two, an unlikely couple, but Johnson deeply respected his wife and wanted her to be happy. Since his livelihood required him to be away during winter, he gathered a lot of dry food for his wife and also taught her how to hunt. Then he left her and their unborn child to return the next spring. However, when Johnson returned, there was nothing left for him. For some reason, the Crow tribe had killed his pregnant wife and burnt his cabin to the ground. Johnson was furious, and he was not going to accept this without making the Crows pay. Soon after this incident, scalp bodies of Crow warriors started to turn out all around the plains of Montana. Johnson was a very strong man who was over 6 feet tall and about 250 pounds. Killing the Crow warriors was an easy feat for a man like him, but Johnson did not leave it at that. The Crow tribe believed that one could not enter the afterlife without their liver, and Johnson decided to use this belief to teach them a lesson. He cut out his victims' livers and ate them. The news quickly reached the ears of other mountain men and Indians, and he became known as the Liver-Eating Johnson, or the Crow Killer. Legend has it that one day, Johnson was attacked by a group of Blackfoot warriors who wanted to deliver him to the Crows for a big reward. They ambushed him and tied him to a tree and left a guard to keep an eye on him. Johnson, with his incredible strength, eventually managed to undo his bindings and attacked his guard. After knocking him out, he sawed off the guard's leg and took it with him to use as a source of food until he reached his destination. According to the legends, Johnson murdered at least 300 Crow Indians for almost 2 decades before making his peace with them. He forgave the Crows afterwards and moved on to live a different life. He joined the Union Army at St. Louis in 1864 during the Civil War and was honorably discharged the next year. Later, he moved to Carlson, Montana, and became the deputy sheriff. He also became the town marshal of Red Lodge and lived a relatively quiet life before being admitted to a veterans hospital in Los Angeles. He died in 1900, but the stories of his heroic ventures never died with him.